Hey everyone, welcome back to Celeb Vibes. Today, I want to share a story that's both inspiring and deeply moving. It's a journey of resilience, hope, and the importance of organ donation. So let's dive into the story of someone who was born different, living with a rare condition that has shaped their life in unimaginable ways. Living with a rare medical condition is something many of us can't even begin to imagine. But for some, it's an everyday reality. This is the story of a courageous individual who was born with a condition so rare that it affects only 2 people in northern Scotland. This condition causes cysts to grow on the lungs and kidneys, severely impacting her quality of life. Imagine living with 700 cysts on your lungs. Just think about that for a second. For most of us, breathing is something we don't even think about. But for some, like our guest today, it's a constant struggle. She was born with a rare condition called LAM, short for lymphangioliomyomatosis, which causes these cysts to grow on her lungs and kidneys. Her lungs function at only 17%, which means even the simplest of tasks can feel like climbing a mountain. Now, to help her breathe, she's connected to an oxygen machine day and night. Without it, the heaviness in her chest becomes unbearable, making every breath a challenge. Can you imagine living like that? Yet, despite all this, she remains hopeful and positive, even as she waits for a chance to be put on the lung transplant list. One of the things she's passionate about is raising awareness about organ donation. It's a topic that doesn't get enough attention, but one that could save countless lives, including hers. She's hoping that by sharing her story, more people will consider becoming organ donors. And you know what? It takes just 2 minutes to register, but those 2 minutes could be the difference between life and death for someone in need. Let's talk a bit about what her day-to-day life looks like. She uses a big oxygen concentrator at home, which pulls in air, filters it, and delivers the right amount of oxygen she needs. Depending on the time of day, she adjusts the levels, 6 liters during the day and just 2 liters at night while she sleeps. But even with this help, there are still moments when she doesn't get enough oxygen, and she has fainted, sometimes in the most unexpected places, like her wardrobe while clearing out clothes. But she's not alone in this journey. Her fiancé, Michael, has been her rock. They've been together for nearly 13 years, and he's always there to help with anything she finds difficult, from simple tasks like putting on socks to filling up her pill container for the day. Michael even steps in to help her with things like washing her hair when she's too exhausted. It's a beautiful example of love and support in the face of adversity. You might wonder, how does one stay strong when faced with such a rare and challenging condition? For her, it started with a CT scan in her late teens when she noticed that exercise was becoming more difficult. That scan revealed the condition that would change her life forever, LAM. Since then, she's had to undergo multiple procedures, including a painful surgery where her lungs were essentially tapped with talc to create scar tissue that would keep them attached to her chest wall. She's been through a lot, but what keeps her going is the hope that by sharing her journey, she can help others. She started posting videos after her second surgery in 2022, initially just for family. But as she shared more about her diagnosis, her story reached others with LAM, offering them comfort and connection. It's incredible how sharing your truth can make a difference in someone else's life. A life of constant struggle. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your lungs are functioning at just 17%. Breathing, something we all take for granted, is a struggle. For our protagonist, this is life with LAM, short for lymphangioliomyomatosis, a condition that leads to the growth of hundreds of cysts on the lungs. There are about 700 cysts on her lungs, making each breath heavy and labored. To manage her condition, she is connected to an oxygen concentrator day and night. This machine pulls in air, filters it, and delivers the precise amount of oxygen needed to keep her going. Yet, despite these efforts, there are moments when her oxygen levels drop dangerously low, causing her to faint. Imagine the fear of passing out in your own home, in unexpected places like your wardrobe, while simply clearing out clothes. The role of support and love. In the face of such overwhelming challenges, support is crucial. For our subject, that support comes in the form of her fiancé, Michael, who has been by her side for nearly 13 years. Michael's role in her life is more than just a partner. He's a caretaker, helping with tasks that have become nearly impossible for her. Whether it's filling up her pill container each day or helping her wash her hair, Michael's support has been invaluable. The love and dedication Michael shows are truly inspiring. They demonstrate how crucial emotional and physical support is for someone battling a chronic illness. Together, they face each day, finding ways to navigate the difficulties posed by LAM. Raising awareness about LAM and organ donation. LAM is an incredibly rare disease, affecting about 2 in a million people. This rarity means that it doesn't receive the attention or research funding that other conditions might. However, our protagonist is determined to change that. She began sharing her journey online after her second surgery in April 2022. What started as a way to update family members has grown into a platform for raising awareness about LAM and the importance of organ donation. Her condition has brought her close to the possibility of needing a lung transplant, a topic that can be daunting to discuss. Despite the uncertainty surrounding her future, she remains hopeful and committed to advocating for organ donation. It's a simple act that can save multiple lives, and she encourages everyone to consider registering as donors. The medical reality of LAM. LAM, or lymphangioliomyomatosis, is a progressive disease that primarily affects women of childbearing age. It involves the abnormal growth of smooth muscle cells, primarily in the lungs, lymphatic system, and kidneys. These cells can block airways, blood vessels, and lymph vessels, leading to the formation of cysts and other complications. The symptoms of LAM can vary, but they often include shortness of breath, chest pain, and fatigue. As the disease progresses, it can cause the lungs to collapse, a condition known as pneumothorax. In some cases, LAM can also affect the kidneys, leading to the development of benign tumors, known as angiomyolipomas. There is no cure for LAM, and treatment options are limited. Management of the disease often involves the use of medications like sirolimus, which can help slow the progression of lung damage. However, for those with severe cases, like the one described here, a lung transplant may become the only viable option. The story of living with LAM is a reminder of the importance of awareness and support for those with rare diseases. It also highlights the crucial role that organ donation can play in saving lives. For anyone reading this, if you haven't already, consider learning more about organ donation. It's a simple act that could make all the difference in the world for someone like our subject, who is bravely facing a challenging and uncertain future. So, what are her hopes for the future? Well, it's simple. She wants to continue raising awareness, not just about LAM, but about listening to your body and advocating for yourself when something feels off. And most importantly, she hopes to encourage more people to consider organ donation. It's a selfless act that could give someone like her the chance to keep enjoying life's little adventures with her loved ones. If this story has touched you in any way, I encourage you to look into organ donation. It's easy, it's quick, and it could mean the world to someone in need. And remember, we never know what's around the corner. Let's make a difference together. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and sharing this video to spread the message further.